Hey, welcome back to the Coin Box. Not too long ago, I was at a coin shop and came across this 1984 Libertad. Something about it struck me as odd, but I couldn't take the time at that moment to investigate further, so I bought it and looked at it more carefully once I got home. I think what initially had caught my attention was the fact that the die looked unusually worn. For example, on the obverse, you can see an obvious lack of detail on the cactus when compared to another 1984 Libertad. This isn't because of wear on the coin itself, but rather because of the wear on the die from use. On the reverse, I saw more of this wear that shows up as an outward smearing or smudging effect on the design of the coin. But then, all of a sudden, things got a lot more interesting. The die used to strike this Libertad was not only worn, but had also suffered a die chip that resulted in a protruding ridge along the right wing of the angel. At this angle, you can see a clearer difference between a normal Libertad and this ironclad wing Libertad. I'm no coin error expert, but I believe that when there's a die break at the edge that also includes some of the fields of the design, it's called a cud. But if the break is not connected to the edge, like in this case, it's simply known as a die break or die chip if it's fairly small. I've been told that in this case it might be referred to as a damaged die because it's probably the result of multiple smaller chips falling away over time, in which case there would probably be more of these out there and you could potentially reconstruct the sequence if you had them all. If you're interested in error coins, I would highly recommend joining either of these two Facebook groups, which I've mentioned here on the channel before. I imagine an error like this could easily go unnoticed, as it did initially for me, especially because it follows the design on the coin. In fact, I'm curious how many of you noticed it at the beginning of the video before I pointed it out. It's one of those things that might not be super obvious at first, but once you see it, it's really quite noticeable. So I'm curious as to what you all make of this error, and I'm wondering if any of you have ever seen another Libertad like this. Of course, there's the famous 1998 Crowned Eagle Libertad, which was a result of several die chips on the obverse, but this is the only older style Libertad I've seen with this kind of error, so I thought it was pretty cool. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for my upcoming series on the Mexican onza trois and their varieties. By the way, just this morning I made it to 1,000 subscribers, so thank you all so much for your support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.